It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag Utah Jazz.
Here's Chris Dunn. Hard left-hand drive. DeRozan relents. Dunn off balance. Flares it back up top to Sexton. No look pass to the corner. Sensabaugh for three. Got it! Here's Shaman. It's hard right-hand drive. Underhand scoop. John Collins. Oh, my! John Collins from the second floor reached the ceiling. He was down low, brought it all the way back up, and ripped it down and brought the rim down with him. Kevin Scott hands Dunn the ball with 4.6 to Sexton in the right corner. He's wide open for three, and he missed it. Rebound tipped around. Game over. Colin Sexton was wide open.
That's who we are. That's who we want to be as a team, as an organization. We talk about toughness and competitiveness a lot, and those are the types of people that we want in our program. We feel like that represents our organization and our fan base.
The Utah Jazz get beat at home by the Chicago Bulls 119 to 117. Is that what you want, PK? A hard-fought, gritty, entertaining loss that improves their draft position so they can hold on to the pick. Or you're on Team Convey and you're disappointed because now they actually look like they're on track for a top 10 pick.
What are my choices again?
You know what they are.
I know we got 19 more games if they tried hard.
Oh, yeah. Gritty.
That's what we got. Of that, I'm assured. We got 19 more times to hear how they just...
Even if it's not true, we'll hear it.
There's no quitting these guys.
Well, I can probably find 10 to 15 road games where...
Yeah, but you're not paid by them.
Not really grinding it out.
Sure, it's fine. I mean, I've got no criticism on any of the guys. They're shorthanded, I get it, but so is the other team. I mean, their starting guard line isn't there. I mean, the top 10 forward pick that they had a couple years back isn't there. These are two teams going nowhere, and they played hard and they gave the fans their money's worth. And
can Bryce Sensabaugh do that again? I find that to be the most interesting part of these games because they're not going to the playoffs, so the wins and losses don't matter as much. The pressure is off in that regard, But Sensabaugh, 15 points, 12 boards in 30 minutes. All right, how often can you do that? You got to do it once before you can do it twice. So you just did it once. That's good.
I think against a crappy team, he can do it many times.
Okay.
Well, why not?
Show a good team, and then, well, we hadn't seen anything like this out of him.
We hadn't gotten 30 minutes, had he?
That's fact. There you go.
So you're going to get 12 minutes, 18 minutes. It's going to be awfully hard to do that. Sure. Why not be encouraged by him? I have no problem people who want to look on the bright side and all that. I've never done it in my life. I don't know what it's like.
Well, if you want to talk some negativity, didn't get the rock solid out of Johnny Juzang. So
there's no negativity.
Oh, really?
No. I mean, they went out there. It's a fun game, and he misses the shot at the end. And if it had gone in, they would have been jumping up and down and yada yada. So it was fine.
Jazz now get a couple days off. They are at Denver Saturday night. More on this game coming up. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Rebound came down to Mo Wagner, ahead to Paolo Banchero. Early offense here. How about Mo? He'll attack the rack. Right-handed dunk from Mo Wagner.
Kuzma right at the top. He left wing outside the arc. Jones thought about a three. Over to Kuzma. Right wing outside the arc for three. Oh, it's there. It's there.
One-on-one with Van Fleet. Nobody in the area. Harden. No look pass. Leonard right wing three. Connects. Kawhi from the right corner.
Giannis into the front court. He attacks, spinning through three defenders and lays it in with a foul. The whirling dervish that is the Greek freak right through the defense. Well, another one coming on the house.
Do you see yourself taking part in the dunk contest in the future?
I got to do my part and make the All-Star game. If I'm in the All-Star game, I'll do the dunk contest. If I'm not doing it.
That's Zion Williamson. There it is. Lay down the law on whether you're in the dunk contest or not. Highlights from around the NBA. PK, there are two games that really matter to Jazz fans. The Hawks win. They beat Cleveland 112-101. But the Rockets had come from a head loss, a critical fourth quarter collapse by them. So the Jazz now have the 10th worst record in the NBA. Atlanta now has a better mark, but Houston does not. Looked like the Jazz are going to move to 9th there for a moment.
What's that moment?
When they had the lead after 3 quarters and looked like they had a chance to win the game before they went out there and gave up 40-whatever points in the fourth quarter. 42. Got outscored 42-30.
Rats.
I know. So the Jazz now sitting in the 10th spot, which means they keep their pick. At the top of the league, the news is that Karl Anthony Towns has a torn meniscus, out indefinitely. That would seem to put a major dent into the Timberwolves' postseason hopes. We'll see if he's back and what kind of shape they're in, but obviously bad news for Minnesota.
If he's not back for the playoff, it's it's crushing, soul-crushing news.
Thunder center Bismack Biyombo is okay, according to the head coach, Mark Dano. He says Biyombo appeared to collapse in front of the Thunder bench. He was helped to the locker room. Thunder said it was not a serious medical condition, although Biyombo did not return. He's fine, just fainted, basically, the coach said. So there you go.
You ever faint?
Yes. I was out.
Not surprising.
Too hot. Keeled over. It's probably a teenager. Abu Dhabi will host the Nuggets and the Celtics, 2 preseason games in the NBA Abu Dhabi games. Bucks and Hawks went there in 2022, Mavs and Timberwolves in 2023. As the NBA goes global to make global cash.
Who owns Abu Dhabi?
Who owns? It's a city. I don't know that somebody owns a city.
No? Where is it? What country?
It's in the Middle East.
What country?
I know the answer to this. Now I got to look it up. Why do you do this? Why do you care?
Entertaining.
United Arab Emirates. There it is. It's the UAE. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Players getting cut, players getting signed, players coming and going. Buffalo signs Mitch Trubisky. He was in Buffalo in 2021. He will return as their backup quarterback. He's bounced around Chicago and Buffalo and Pittsburgh. So back to Buffalo. Backup Josh Allen, who rarely misses games, but nonetheless, you better have somebody just in case. And the Bills cut multiple key players. Mitch Morse, team captain, center, gone. Another captain, Jordan Poyer, gone. Buffalo remains $1 million over the new salary cap of $255 million. Got to get down to that number by Wednesday. Seattle released both of their Pro Bowl safeties, Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs. Gone. Tight end Will Dissly. Out. Seattle saving $21 million. Just ready to move on to the draft, PK? All these players coming and going. Russell Wilson's allowed to go look for a gig, see where he lands.
Well, not so much where they're leaving, but where they're going. You know, I think that's the interesting part. Which teams negotiate the salary cap to add 3, 4, 5 guys who come in and make small, if not bigger, differences. You know, because football takes an army, so to speak, as far as getting a team out there. And then, but there's just so many transactions that happen once the start of the new season, which is usually the middle of March. I think it's March 13th this year. Then there's always a flurry of activity over the next few months to where the point is you can't remember it all.
Yeah.
And then you get to the season and you see somebody out there. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was
Zach Ertz plays in Washington now. Yeah. 1-year deal for $5 million.
Right.
Reunites him with Cliff Kingsbury. He played with Kingsbury when Kingsbury was the Arizona Cardinals head coach in 21 and 22. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college basketball.
Tennessee has the ball. Ziegler, alley-oop. Zayas to Dalton connect. Comes flying down the lane like Superman and slams it with 2 hands.
You can see that coming a mile away.
10 to shoot. Here's Jones for 3. No, he missed everything.
Rebounded by Spencer. Spencer on a run out. Pull up three on the run. Bang! Oh, baby! The smooth operator.
The Aggies will inbound, 20 on the shot clock. To Martinez. Martinez then to Brown. Brown spots up, shoots the three, and knocks it down. Another three. Oh, he's lights out, folks. He can't miss. 6 of 6 from the field. All 6 made threes for Darius Brown. High screen, sling it right. Javon Jackson, another three. Yes, sir. Wow. Javon Jackson has made 5 threes on the night tonight, and the Aggies lead by 18, 86-68. What a huge night, a career night for Javon Jackson.
The Utah State Aggies beat the San Jose State Spartans 90-70. First place team beating the last place team by 20. Couple guys shot the three really well and powered it as they scored 53 points in the first half. Darius Brown was 7 of 9 from three. He finished with 21 points. And Jackson was 5 of 6 from three and finished with 15 points. So Osborne and Foslev go off and they roll to victory. We clinched the tie. Now, senior night PK and the outright Mountain West Conference title, the number 1 seed, cutting down the nets, all that stuff at the Spectrum, there for the taking.
Oh, yeah, you're this close. You got to go get it.
BYU, really good first half, not a really good second half, and couldn't score in the final 4 minutes, so they end up losing at Iowa State 68-63. That was a game that was there for taking as Saunders went off in the first half there. Hit all 6 shots for 15 points, and they were up by 11. But the second half was a different story.
Yeah, I think they were up by 14.
That was the high lead, the high watermark.
Scored in the last 4.5 minutes. 3 turnovers. They tried hard and all that stuff, but at the same time, my gosh.
17 turnovers is too many, and a bunch of them came in the clutch.
18 points off of turnovers. That was a different 18-6. Points off turnovers. The last 3 possessions were turnovers. Hall with 2 of them decides to jump with nowhere to go and turns it over, and then he tries to turn the corner, which I don't know what they're doing. I mean, he did that against Utah and he dribbled it out of bounds too, and I get it. He's a young player, and they wouldn't be there where they are now without him. And then what's the point of having Foose at the high post? He's not a Khalifa. He's not going to make a nifty backdoor pass. All he's going to do is do a dribble handoff. His butt needs to be down low, not up top.
He looked tentative, indecisive.
Fish out of water.
Yeah.
It's not where he doesn't play up there.
Get him right to the front of the rim. That's where the action happens with him.
A very frustrating game because they had that, man, and that would have been, that would have been something to beat the 6th and 7th teams in consecutive weeks on the road. I mean, I don't think it'll kill them that bad. I don't think it'll hurt them that bad to where they'll drop a seed and all any of that stuff as long as they take care of business on Saturday. But they really tripped all over themselves at the end.
Nobody in the starting lineup shot the ball well. Nobody in the starting lineup got to double figures in the game. It was the bench. It was Saunders and Robinson coming in and filling it up. But 63 points isn't usually a winning number, and it's not for the Cougars. Houston won, so Iowa State doesn't pick up any ground in the race there. In the race for the Big 12 regular season title, number 1 Houston took down UCF 67-59. And the Utah women beat Arizona State in the first round of the Pac-12 women's tournament. They will play UCLA tonight in the quarterfinals. Men's hoops tonight, the Utah men are at Oregon State. Is that a late game tonight?
Yep.
Dang it. Morning show hosts don't like that. What are you going to do?
Go to bed.
Okay. ESPNU, 9 o'clock. Utah at Oregon State. Coming up, Dylan Jones, Weber State star, future NBA draft pick, will join us at 9 o'clock. We will talk college hoops with him. That is what is trending. When we come back, the question of the day. Get your hot takes next, right here on The Zone.